expect our townhomes, which is targeting that middle income, to be very well received. I'm very bullish on that market. I really am. I think there's a gap in there for us to step into, and you know, on the affordable. Yeah, I think there's a lot of work that still needs to be done, certainly from the government side. I think they need to, well, as I said earlier, kind of put the framework back on the drawing board and just to reevaluate. There's a lot of pinch points in there. One is pricing, one is capacity. You're in a country today that builds less than 50,000 houses a year. That's not very many, and yet, you know, the government was trying to push that we more than double that. So, you know, that's one issue that needs to be fixed, and then you've got the funding, the offtake, everything else. I think it will get addressed. We've got a new government coming in. I'm hoping they're going to be as pragmatic as the current government in trying to find solutions, because there are solutions out there. And you know, there has to be a consultation period with the stakeholders that are involved in trying to deliver affordable housing in Kenya, and it needs to be a pragmatic approach, because if you want the private sector to come in, it has to be attractive for us. It really does, and we will come in. We've seen in other countries. I've mentioned Brazil. You know, okay, that was more government backed in terms of the construction and everything else, but they built, you know, 4.5 million homes. Colombia, where I've lived in Colombia and was part of the, you know, the process there. They built 500,000 homes in 4 years through a framework which I believe very strongly in. It's not too dissimilar to what we have here, and I think if the government can go back and look at those examples and case studies, and also, you know, talk to the client, talk to the end user, talk to the people that we should be building for, and understand what are their needs, and then you go back to those segments, the 20,000, the 35,000, the 50,000, whatever, and then you try and tailor, you know, a framework for each of those that responds to each of those demands. Then yes, I'm confident. I'm hoping that it may take a bit more time, but let's see what happens.
Our first foray was in student accommodation, but actually our strategic objective is to provide affordable rental housing, affordable quality, safe, secure rental housing. So that means that there's an opportunity to actually branch out into other types of housing as well, not just student accommodation. But the other thing to note is that anything that we've done is actually heavily research-based and statistical analysis-based. I don't believe in a gut feel. I believe my gut is for eating. It's not for making investment decisions. So you know, what we did was we did a lengthy, like it was almost like a 9-month-long exercise where we had an independent consultant go out there and you know, speak to students, speak to universities, speak to parents to understand what is the size of the market for what we want to offer. And just to kind of give you a sense, you know, they found out from their study that the addressable market for student accommodation for what we do is about 110,000 beds. Currently, we're offering 4,000 beds. So that's like a drop in the ocean. It's not even, you haven't even touched, let's say, 5%. So it's you know, it points to a significant growth opportunity. This is a scalable platform. This will, you know, take us at least 10 years to even look close to satisfying, and that's why we're excited by it.